Today?
Yes, today.
Today is just like any other day.
So that's what we can expect.
That's what he do.
That's what he do.
He not new to this. He's true to this.
Bro, nobody knows. I had 3 surgeries, bro. My mom came for a little bit, and then she had to go back because I got brothers and sisters. And Leanna stayed with me for those 3 months. I was supposed to be back in a month. She stayed with me for 3 months.
The loudest thing in Travis Hunter's life isn't the crowd. It's the chorus of people who swear they know what's best for him. Love, money, and legacy. All decided by strangers who weren't there when it mattered. It didn't begin with a stat line. It began with a whisper that sounded like a siren. People claiming Ferrante Edmonds, Travis Hunter's mother, had sounded the alarm about the woman he loves, Leanna Lenee de la Fuente, known online as Leanna Lenee. That hits different. Not because gossip is rare, because mothers don't usually speak for clicks.
$40 million divorce. Mr. Hunter. $40 million. Y'all ain't been married over a motherfucking year. I told y'all that girl was gonna take that man money. And then y'all got so much controversy in saying, oh, he put his hands on her. And you know, in the NFL, they got these new rules about domestic violence and et cetera, et cetera. I can promise you to God that girl antagonized that man for so much, did so much to him to make him finally snap. That baby, you could tell he just sweetest little soul.
Edmonds moved around his high school football chase, held it down when life got messy and the nil money was confusing. That history turns any mother's opinion into a gravity well. So when timelines insisted she'd drawn a hard border with Lani, the internet did what it always does. It turned volume into proof. And the more creators stitched the story, the more certain it felt. Certainty is addictive. It lets strangers talk like family. But the thing about certainty online is simple. It rarely waits for evidence. And once the whisper found a number, the rumor got a megaphone. If you're new here, hit subscribe so you don't miss the truth behind the box score. Let's go.
Damn, same tats too.
A eater! Ain't no way.
3 years ago, they've been together for 5 years. That's that same tat. Yeah, my boy in that bitch putting her to work.
Ain't no way.
Nothing travels like a round number strapped to a big name. $40 million. A divorce rumor so perfect for outrage that it didn't need a source to sprint through feeds. Threads exploded. Clips declared. Commenters judged the math like they'd seen the paperwork themselves. But the legal trail people swore existed kept disappearing. No filings, no file numbers, just a figure glued to a narrative because it looked the part.
I need to play that video one more time. Did you notice? Did y'all see anybody her color in that video? Pan the camera. Pan the camera. Your receipt. First of all, it looked like a funeral. It looked like a funeral. She was the only white woman there in a white dress. Not a virgin. I mean, he in white, but you can't even see his head and his whole white tux. He's so black, he blend in with everybody else.
That's how bad information survives. It drafts behind a truth everyone recognizes, Travis Hunter's massive rookie deal, then steals its momentum. The lie doesn't need legs when it can borrow yours. Still, numbers don't make a story stick by themselves. Timing does, and timing came next. Leanna Lenee posted a raw moment, face open, heart open, a message about faith playing underneath. On a normal week, it's just a person being human. But stacked against contract talk and relentless commentary about her marriage to Travis Hunter.
Listen, I think he done got married on us and ain't told nobody.
Nah, not yet.
Not yet, I like it.
Because I'm going to do your prenup for you. It's going to be about this thick. And this is gonna be the cover of it. The little engine that could.
No, for real.
People saw the same video through a very different lens. Tears became planning. Vulnerability became motive. Caption became code. That's the trap of life lived in public. Emotion gets recast as evidence if the timing's inconvenient. And once a theory fits the vibe, it doesn't have to fit the facts. But the internet loves archives. It went digging, and it found clips to feed the fire. Every resurfaced clip became a weapon. An old dance, a kitchen moment with someone else years back, a wedding beat that looked awkward at a bad angle. Each re-upload tied back to Leanna and framed against Travis Hunter stepping into the spotlight. None of it new. All of it repackaged. The algorithm rewards certainty with reach. So confident voices got the loudest and nuance got shoved off the stage. The same 30 seconds can look like 3 different stories depending on who narrates it and when they press pause. And once a frame sticks, once that's who Leanna is hardens in public imagination, context has to sprint to catch up, and it rarely does. Then an older piece of advice bubbled up, and people treated it like prophecy. An old clip of Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer who coached Travis Hunter in college, resurfaced. It was joke with teeth, the kind of veteran line that says, "Protect your bag," with a smile that remembers the bill. When that clip got stitched onto the present day, it stopped sounding like a joke and started reading like a warning label. For fans, it felt like wisdom from someone who'd paid tuition to the school of hard lessons. For critics, it was proof Travis ignored guidance about a prenup with Leanna. In reality, a single line can be both, a wink and a warning. But in the shadow of a life-changing deal and a spotlight that never cools, the internet framed it as the play he should have run yesterday. Advice is one thing, action is another. His next move surprised everyone. Travis Hunter did what most public figures won't. He unplugged. One tap, and the biggest amplifier in his life went dark. No posts, no replies, no accidental gasoline for a bonfire already too hot. Smart? Maybe. Risky? Always. Because the first rule of the internet is brutal. Silence is a blank check, and anyone can write on it. The spin came fast. Some called it maturity. Others called it hiding. A few labeled it strategy. Protect peace, protect your person, Leanna, and let the storm burn itself out. Here's the twist. Storms don't burn out online, they change shape. A rumor without a response grows teeth. A comment without context becomes a quote. A pause becomes proof. And when the crowd wants a verdict, even a breathing space gets framed as a confession. Behind the scenes, the calculus for Travis was simple. Attention is currency. Feed it and you're accused of chasing clout. Starve it and you're accused of guilt. That double bind is the price of playing the game in public. Walk away and you look defensive. Clap back and you look messy. Either way, the algorithm gets paid. More views, more takes, more of you without any of you. Silence still has an upside for Travis and Leanna. It saves you from leaving digital fingerprints on a bad day. No midnight thread you'll regret. No quotable line that becomes a lifetime headline. It stabilizes the brand, the locker room, the huddle. Fewer questions in the building. Fewer mics in your face. Space to breathe and reset the signal-to-noise ratio. But space invites projection. Old clips of Leanna get recycled as new. Last year's caption becomes today. Reaction channels construct timelines out of confidence and cuts. And because confidence often reads like truth, the audience stops asking for sources. A firm voice plus a clean edit can outpunch facts in the short term. That's the game. Pretending it isn't only makes you easier to play. That's why silence only works if it's paired with structure. Real life offline. Tight circle. Clear boundaries. Phone down after hours. No sub-posts. No one more reply to set the record straight. Replace the scroll with film, rehab, sleep, and conversations that don't end in comments. If you're going to starve the rumors, you have to feed the routine. And that applies to Travis and Leanna together. There's the human part, too. Unplugging says, "My peace is worth more than your applause." That hits different when you're Travis Hunter. Young, newly married to Leanna Lenee, and building a family. It rearranges your priorities whether you planned it or not. The crowd calls that disappearing. Adults call it putting on your own oxygen mask before helping anybody else. Still, you can't ghost the job. The league doesn't reschedule for discourse. Coaches expect the install to click. Teammates expect you early, not on time. Staff expects you locked in, not catching up. The calendar doesn't blink. And when the calendar wins, timelines quiet down on their own because production settles arguments that opinions never can. The real gamble wasn't going silent. It was betting that work speaks louder than trending. Work isn't viral. It's invisible. It happens when the audience isn't watching, which is exactly why it works. You don't need 20 million views to change a season. You need 20 good Tuesdays in a row. Stack those, and the algorithm learns a new word for you. Winner. But none of this matters if the football part falters. The league is coming either way. Which brings us here. The job description at this level is cruel and simple for Travis Hunter and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Produce. Not stories. Not statements. Plays. Chains moving. Red zone wins. Third and long exits. And if you're a two-way threat, double the syllabus. Offense expects Travis to separate on time. Defense expects him to erase mistakes other people made. Every snap is a pop quiz you can't study for at halftime. The pace shocks most rookies. New city in Jacksonville. New language. New speed. Meetings stack like dominoes. Install, position, team, special, review. Every coach, head coach, coordinators, position leads speaks a dialect of detail. Foot split, landmark, depth, eyes, leverage. Miss one, and a veteran DB or WR will make you feel it. Miss two, and a coordinator will make sure you never miss three. The antidote is boring in the best way. Routine wins. Same wake up. Same stretch. Same prehab, lift, film, recovery, nutrition. Put your phone on airplane mode and your mind in airplane mode. Cruising altitude. Minimal turbulence. Let the day become muscle memory, so the game can be creative again. Two-way duty has its own physics. Snap counts must breathe. Travis can't run go after go, and then ask his legs to close a crosser at a dead sprint. That's not heart, that's hamstrings. So the staff trims and tailors situational defense, leverage calls he loves, route trees that punish matchups, packages that protect his lungs without feeling like training wheels. Precision over volume. Tired greatness is worse than fresh good. Pick your moments and make them heavy. The weight room matters more than the weight of opinions. Fresh legs on Sunday come from Tuesday hips, Wednesday hamstrings, Thursday ankles. Soft tissue doesn't care about narratives. Hydration beats hashtags. Sleep beats storylines. Your body keeps score in a language the internet can't translate. Travis respects it, or it will write the headlines for him. Film is where reputations go to die, or multiply. The league catalogs everything. Travis's tells. His tempo. His eyes at the top of the route. His stance on a blitz look. Fixing one micro detail erases a week of noise because it turns a maybe into a must-win rep. That one rep flips a drive. The drive flips a quarter. The quarter flips a game. Careers hinge on hinges that small. The mental part is the separator. People talk about pressure like it's a dragon. It's not. It's gravity. Always on. You don't beat gravity. You engineer around it. Breath work. Mindset reps, short memory. The 24-hour rule, win or lose, process, then flush. Protect your inputs. Deion Sanders type mentors in your ear. The right goals on your wall. The right proof on your tape. Confidence isn't a feeling. It's evidence you built yesterday. Leadership isn't a speech. It's consistency people can set their watch to. Early to meetings. Last to leave the training room. Answer for your mistakes before anyone asks. Dap your guys when they win and own it when you don't. That builds equity faster than any press conference. Equity buys patience when the route breaks late or the ball sails high. Teams fight for teammates who show up the same way every day. People say block out the noise. You don't block it. You outlast it. Noise is impatient. It needs a new headline every 48 hours. Football is patient. It rewards whoever keeps stacking boring days until they look like destiny. When proof piles up on Sundays, the conversation shifts by itself, from who said what about Lani to who couldn't stop Travis Hunter. And once the tape speaks, the reset becomes possible, the one that actually changes the story. Then life stepped in with bigger news than any rumor. Vows between Travis and Leanna, and a new life that means even more, their first child. Those two moments land with a gravity social media can't simulate. It's easy to feed a rumor. It's harder to feed a newborn at 3 a.m. Parenthood doesn't care about comment sections. It doesn't read your mentions. It flips priorities on contact. And that shift, love with responsibilities, can be the healthiest distraction a public figure ever asks for. It makes you pick your battles. It makes you ignore bait. It makes you value boring because boring builds futures. This is where the fork in the road stops being theoretical. One way. Let commentary become choreography. Adjust routes, Captions, celebrations to satisfy people who'll move the goalposts anyway. The other, accept the cost of greatness in public, permanent misinterpretation, and keep stacking days until the doubt runs out of breath. Both are hard. Only one leads to legacy. So what's real right now? Real. Travis Hunter is committed to the life he's chosen with Leanna Lenee. Real. Some takes were never more than takes. Real. A massive contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars comes with pressure you can feel in your bones. Real. The only scoreboard that counts has yard lines, not comments. The rest is volume. The rest is thumbnails. The rest is bored people begging for a bonfire. Is love steering the story? Or is the crowd? Maybe neither. Maybe the story is simpler. A once-in-a-generation talent just started the hardest job of his life while taking on the hardest job in anyone's life, being somebody's person and somebody's parent. The rest is noise. And noise only wins if you stop playing. If Travis Hunter locks in, the stat line will push the drama off the front page. If he doesn't, the whispers become the headlines. Either way, the clock is running. The next chapter won't be written by a rumor. It'll be written on Sundays. If you're here for the long game, smash subscribe, drop lock iron in the comments, and tell me, does the tape erase the talk, or does the talk swallow the tape?